Welcome everyone. Hope everybody's doing well. We're trying to get off in these farm fields, but they're just too growed up without bush hogging. And I'm gonna try my best to stay out of this brush. Now this right here is still tick infested, but as the weather cools down, they'll recede and I'll be able to get off in them. But for now, I'm trying to, work these open woods. We're looking for some old history of our pioneer settlers and what they've been doing around these woods. So I did find some of my first finds that I've ever found since I've been metal detecting around here. So it's kind of rare finds, but I did find them. So I'll share them with you. So let's get started. Aluminum, oil, 50 cents. See what that is. It's rain, wet. See if this will pick it up. Let me get down here. Hope there's another shotgun shell. Nope. Not yet. We got some rain. This ground's still hard, these rocks. What the hell's that? There's an old belt buckle. Sure is. Let me clean it up a little bit. Old belt buckle. Ain't too bad a shape either. It ain't pitted. Must not be a rustable metal. Right there it is. That's a nice find. Old belt buckle. I don't know. For somebody's belt, backpack, saddlebag, who knows? It's about 3 or 4 inches deep, so it's been there a while. Got some kind of metal in it. It ain't steel. I don't know. I don't think it's brass. Can't really tell. Yeah, I'll get it home and polish it and clean it up. It ought to clean up nice. Anyway, that's a nice find. About 4 inches deep. I'm finding 100-year-old shotgun shells just a couple inches deep. So what does that tell you? Well, that's a pretty good find. We're moving on. That shows a quarter. Dime, a nickel. No. As long as it ain't a pinch stake. As long as it ain't a pinch stake. But you gotta hit it to find it. Solid rock right there. Look out of the hole, whatever it is. Uh-oh. There's a small one. There's a musket ball. Small caliber. Looks like a small game caliber, looks like a 30 or something. 35. Clean it up here a little bit. It is lead. People say, you don't need to clean up them musket balls and stuff. What? Who's going to buy them? Yep, that's lead. Pure blue lead if you cleaned it up right there. That's solid rock here. And that was 4 inches deep, so. Okay, that's a good find. You can see where it's been pinched off, where they've been poured and pinched off. So that's an old one, been handmade. Alrighty, we're moving on. Target here, dime, nickel, zinc. Not no snakes laying around me here. I don't dig up one. I run into a rock right off the bat. Well, there's a rarity. It's a shotgun shell. These things are so small. You think they're 45 shell, but you ain't. I'll show it to you when I can read it. Yep. Looks like a Remington UMC or something. That's an old one on top of these old rocks. 410 shell. Nobody hunts with a 410. Has to be a kid or a young boy. But anyway, that's a good find. Them's rare. Rare to find them. And hits in good metal, so. It's an old shell. But I'll give you a description on it when I find out more on it. Moving on. Well, I don't like seeing this. Big old black snake. Don't like seeing that at all. But they good for the poisonous snakes. They take care of them. So he's not bothering me. I'm not going to bother him. He's a big one though. That sucker's 8 foot long. We're going to leave him alone. See what that is. Been pretty lucky so far. Let's see how it continues here. except for that snake I run into. Way up there. See how dry this is. Right there it is, an old shotgun shell. And that one's about gone away. That's it. Let's clean this up. This one is an old one. Looks old. It's deteriorated away. The thing about it is I haven't found no 10 gauges here, or 28 gauges, stuff like that. That is an old one. That's a Winchester Expert. I know it's 100 years old. I'm trying to get it where it's halfway decent. Of course, I always give a description of everything I do, if you can see that. That's a good one. That's an old one. That's not a Winchester. I take it back. I keep saying Winchester. That's a Western. An old Western Expert. Not Winchester. I keep confusing the words. Anyway, that's a good find. That's an old find. Moving on. Nickel. Let's go discrimination mode. Dime. Sounds pretty good, but I've been hitting a lot of pinch staples. That's a good strong signal. It's about a 90. Let's see what that is. I hope it's not barbed wire or pinch staple. My worst enemy. Tried to get up in these old farming cow pasture fields. They're so growed up that you can't get in them. Not right now. I'll get that right off the bat. This ground is so rock. It's just rock infested. Anything can lay here forever because it drains. It don't lay in water. No, probably another bullet. Hopefully it's another bullet. Somewhere in here. Uh-oh. Look here. There's a penny. An old penny. I don't dare put a brush to it. You can see that. Now, that's something that's rare for me to find out here in the middle of these old woods. It's got a date on it. I can see it. It's not rusted. It turned pretty dark, but it's not rusted away or cankered over. I get to use my magnifying glass that I've carried around for months. I can't really, I don't want to put a brush on it. It says 1939. Old wheat penny. It ain't got a D or nothing like that on it. It's just plain 1939 penny. I don't know if you could see it or not. I'll try to put it in the camera for you if it'll focus. Can you see it? That's a good find for me. I just don't find coins out here in the middle of nowhere in the wilderness. Now, some hunters lost it, or some farmer working the land years ago. 39, that is kind of old. Let's see if there's anything else here. That's something else there. I hope it's another penny. Well, you hit it, then you don't. This ground is so rocky soil that it just like gravel. It don't lay in water. Well, here it is. This one's silver. Oh my goodness, let's see what that is. Looks like a nickel or something. It is, it's a buffalo or a Indian head nickel. Yep. Old buffalo. Let's see if I can see the date on it. Clean it up here. I barely can read it. It says 1929. Or, I'm sorry, what does it say? That's an 8. Barely can read it. It's a war. And it ain't in bad shape either. I don't dare brush it off. Let me see if I can just brush it off with a rag here. I don't want to put no scratches on it. What about that? I never find no old coins. Either this is old hunter pulled something out of his pocket and they come out, or a farmer working on the land or fencing. I don't know. Now I'm gonna lay this in my hand. Let's see if you can read it. And it's good shape to be in that old dust. Can you see that? 1928. That's good shape. And the thing about it is, it wasn't 2 inches under the ground. Yep, that's a rarity for me. I've been digging in these old woods for 10 months, and I hadn't come across nothing like this. It would be nice to find some more. Let me see if there's any more laying here. Put this one up. So if this fell out of somebody's pocket, or yeah, I'll have to put the big one. I'll have to put the big one on this one. I'm not going to take a chance on not missing some more. Yeah. That's all. Ah, goodness. Good find. That's a rarity for me. You know, a lot of people find this all the time in yards and stuff, but I don't dig yards. Front yard, mowed grass and stuff. I dig in the wilderness. So that was a real good find. That's a rarity for me. I'm tickled to death. So I gotta show you where I'm at. I'm at the edge of these old fields, just in the what open woods I can get in. It's so growed up, you just can't do nothing. Anyway, that's a good one. So we're gonna move on. There's some poison ivy growing up a tree. See how it's in the leaves of 3. But down right below it is Virginia creeper. So if you know the difference in them, you're okay. That right there will cause a lot of aggravation. Okay, moving on. Dime, aluminum, foil. 5 cents. I don't know. This has to be the hardest place right here, right here it is. Rolled out there. That's an old bullet. An old muzzle loader bullet of some kind. It's turned green, so about 2 inches down underground is solid rock. Well, that's a good find. Moving on. Now guys, I just find bullet after bullet, after shotgun shell, after bullet. There's some nice old finds here. But I'm just trying to save time. You don't want to watch a 30, 40 minute video. But here's an old musket ball or an old bullet that's deformed. There's some modern bullets. Found a lot of modern bullets. Here's some old shotgun shells. I love finding them. They make a good collection. Like these are 80 to 100 years old. You never know what you find in these old woods. And I'm not in the deep woods, I'm just on the edge of these farms. Now here's all I found for just today's digging. Shotgun shells, these old coins, belt buckles, these old bullets, modern bullets, musket balls, lead pieces, modern bullets of all kinds. But here's the most, out of 10 months that I started metal detecting, this is the first time I found some old coins in the old woods. And this belt buckle, I don't know how old it is. It's not made of steel. It's got some kind of brass alloy in it. So I want to thank y'all for watching, and tune in next time, and take care, and I'll see you next time.